Not quite finished yet, but I'm pretty happy with the results. If I turn this on and rotate it, you can see that the original valve grind was just a little bit lopsided. But pretty happy with how that's turning out. I do need to dress my stone again. Valve is pretty hard, I think, and it's taking off a fair bit. I'm mostly cutting on the back side of the stone, and I really need to dress it back down, so I'm cutting evenly across the front corner. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the results of my little setup here. You can see the runout on the valve stem in the unworn portion here is about 2/10 of a thou. It's pretty good on a good day. Happy with that. I've got my fixture here set up, and what this is a contour fixture, and I've currently got it set up to cut a 0.1 inch radius on this stone, and I'm pretty happy, or a 0.5 radius, which is a 0.1 diameter on this stone, and that's going to give me my corner radius for my crankshaft grind. So we're going to go ahead and put that radius on the stone. I've already trued the stone, so it should be good to put the radius on it, and then I should be ready to grind. This journal only cleaned up with the last 3 thou pass. I have 2 thou left for my finish cut. I need to retrue my stone. It's pretty loaded up, and the radius is a little bit screwed up there. But you can see right there, there's just the slightest little bit, but I think that's gonna come out right. Let's see if I can do this. Right there, there's the slightest little bit, but I think that's going to come out when I go to do the final 2 thou. Okay, so after recutting the center, checking the run out on my bearing surface, and it's looking like it's about 2/10, pretty consistently 2 to 3/10, which is pretty good considering that I had completely mangled the center and had to recut it in its entirety. I'm pretty happy with that outcome. So now I've got 2 good centers on the crankshaft. I've got my bearings slightly oversized, and I will be able to go through now and do all the final bearing grinding that I need to do, which is going to be finishing off the center, because I'm currently set up with that tool in the tool post grinder, followed closely by switching my setup around and finishing off this bearing, and then I will pull the crank out of the lathe. I'll rotate it 180 and I'll finish off this bearing, and that should get me a finished ground crankshaft ready for assembly into my engine. Okay, I slightly oiled all of the bearings with some 10-weight oil. I torqued down the bearing caps, and this is the moment of truth. We're going to see if it turns or if it gets stuck. And that sucker turns nice and freely upon overcoming the mass anyway. Boy, it doesn't get much better than that. Super happy about this outcome. It just spins freely as all get out. I love it. Considering I did that by myself on the lathe, I'm pretty darn happy. Man, I swear, came out good. I still gotta set the front gap, and what I'm probably gonna end up doing is I haven't decided yet. I might undercut the gear a little bit, or I might just face back the front of the crankshaft there where the gear rests and call it good. I don't know. I haven't decided. But this is a big step forward. That part is officially done. Super happy. Go. Justin, are you using the surface grinder?
Yes.
Is it so cool? Are you so strong? I ended up deciding to lap all of the bearings in the block because I ended up damaging the camshaft bearing when I installed it. I also lapped all the connecting rod bearings to the crank, and overall the outcome's pretty awesome. If I take this assembly, this is with the crank and the cam in place, all of the clearances check out perfectly, like basically between 1.5 and 2 thou of gap with the plastic gauge. But if I take the crank and I just spin it, I can get a full turn out of that without too much problem. All the bearing caps are all torqued up tight, and each of the individual con rods is basically adding very little in the way of additional resistance to the system. I'll be gapping the rings next and installing them, but this is coming along really well. The only other major thing I have to fix now is the oil pump.